everybody, welcome back to today's video. Tonight we are here at the Cycleland Speedway in Chico, California. A nice big outlaw kart track here located in the northern part of the state. We're down here in the Factory QRC stable, got all the house carts here behind me. If you guys watched last video here on the YouTube channel, actually I unboxed this new custom suit that I'm going to be wearing today from Swindell Speed Lab. I really like how this thing turned out. We got my TH logo on the front, got all of my sponsors on here. It's just super personable, and we're going to get a chance to get it dirty here today at the Cycleland Speedway. So typical format, if you guys are new to the videos, I'll go through it real quick. We are going to qualify, and then that is going to leave us top 6 are going to go to the trophy dash. Everyone else will go to heat races, and then a certain amount of cars will transfer out of the heat races into the A main event. So our goal is just to get it started off right with the good qualifying lap. That'll be out next year. We're going to have hot laps and then right into qualifying. So we're going to probably be about group 3 or 4 with our pill number being number 14. So just got out of the race car after qualifying. Right now we're currently sitting 12th quick. Usually the past few races here at Cycleland, we've been really fast in qualifying. I just made a few mistakes. The track was pretty slick, but I just didn't drive into the corner hard enough. But also I felt like we were really free. The first lap I tried to kind of go into 3 and 4 on my warm up to the green, and I drove it in really hard and I felt like it just slid. So after that it kind of led me to my decision of trying to chop off the entry a little bit to make sure I stuck the bottom and got in the grip. And that just didn't work. I needed to open up my entry a little bit more, so we're gonna make some adjustments to the race car. The track did slick off a lot, but there is a nice solid grip patch around the bottom, and as usual here at Cycleland, they do track prep before the heat races. So we're gonna be in a heat race. I'll let you know where we end up. The last few open guys are out there qualifying. Lots of track prep being done here at the Cycleland Speedway. This is the usual. After every class goes out and qualifies, they try to, rework it, get it back to really hooked up. But tonight it just went away so quick. It had a ton of moisture to start off when we were mudding in, but it just, after each group, it just changed quickly. So I would not be surprised tonight if it took rubber. Unfortunately, we ended up about 15th quick out of about 35 opens. We have a solid car count, especially for in the middle of the season, and we just didn't lay down a very good of a lap. So gonna work on that, make some changes for the heat race. One thing to talk about is we are on a new frame and chassis. So the guys at Factory QRC, they built me a new car for this race. We'd ran that one since the Red Bluff Outlaw season, and fortunate enough hadn't been involved in any accidents. So we built a new car, tried out a few different things, and they just didn't work like we needed to. So we're gonna make some adjustments like I mentioned for the heat race and see how we do starting second row inside. Top 3 transfer to the A main event. If we want to be on the front row of the A, we're gonna have to win the heat. So far, a bad night at Cycleland. Super frustrating heat race there. Half spun in the first corner. I'm just not really liking what we got right now. I just feel super free. One of the things I noticed kind of with a little bit of a different package we got, it just feels like if you miss the bottom at all or don't hit your line perfectly, it's just not very forgiving. So struggled there in the heat race, half spun, probably should have stopped. I don't know, things I need to do better as a driver and things we just need to figure out with the car. So we are going to be buried in a B main event, gonna have to figure out some things tonight. Just doesn't feel like what we've kind of had at the beginning of the season, and I'm just struggling to adapt to it. So we just got done with the B main event here at the Cycleland Speedway, running like 6th in our heat race. That really didn't help our cause with making the show. So we started 9th in the B, was able to drive all the way up to the 2nd spot and transfer into tonight's 25 lap A main event. Now you guys saw I was pretty frustrated with the race car after the heat race. It's just a little bit different than what we had for our program to start the season. The frame is stiffer and it just wasn't good on the hooked up racetrack. When there was nothing really to lean on the right side, when it was slick in the middle trying to stick the bottom, the first half of the night here at Cycleland is always right around the bottom. It seems like it just doesn't widen out. That's where the car struggled, but there in the B main event, I was able to make moves a little bit more like normal, run the top side of the racetrack, you know, not all the way up by the wall, but just where the grip is at, and it felt so much better. So hopefully we can kind of make a run towards the front. The main thing that's different with this package is we're on a little bit of a stiffer frame and just not being as heavy. You know, the bigger guys tend to like the stiffer frames. Myself, when I ran it a little bit earlier this season, it was good for the A main event around the top, but struggled around the bottom. So that's just what we were fighting earlier in the night. We're starting to overcome that. We're going to start 20th in tonight's A main event. Biggest goals, miss the wrecks, work on perfecting the top side of the racetrack, because I don't think my car is going to handle great on the bottom, but it's going to be really good the more I can get it up in the grip. And just kind of a similar mentality to the sprint car. Go as far forward to the front as possible, have some fun, miss wrecks, and see if we can come home with the top 5 finish. Well, another exciting feature here at the Cycleland Speedway. The night started out super rough. You know, we just struggled to kind of find good speed. Car was a little bit free. And I want to start off by saying, you know, here at Factory QRC, you know, racing with the house team, I really enjoy it. I'm so thankful for the opportunity. And in a situation like that, you know, we go fast as a team and sometimes we're going to go slow as a team. You know, we're going to make mistakes maybe with the setup or not have it perfect. And there's going to be plenty of times where as a driver, I'm not going to be perfect. And it's just something we're going to have to work on throughout the whole night, and that is exactly what we did. Struggled in qualifying, struggled there in the heat race, got it a little bit better for the B main event, went 9th to 2nd, and there you saw in the A main event, we had some great GoPro footage, just lots of slide jobs, running different lines, crossing people over, and we were able to charge through the field, you know, work in the middle, started 20th and ended up coming home on the podium. Felt like I really found my groove out there. I was able to run right up by the wall. It kind of got way up there, just a nice little grip lane to kind of lean on, not really a curb, and really just put my car in different places that I wasn't able to do at the beginning of the night. So there on that first little run, I think it was 5 or 6 laps, we were able to charge from 20th to 10th, and then from there, you know, passed a few cars, had a few cars kind of drop out. I know there was a few incidents inside the top 5, and then with that last restart, we were running 5th, and then 3rd and 4th, the whole race, it seemed like, or at least from the last half of the race, they were kind of going at it door to door, throwing some dirty sliders, kind of making each other check up, and I was like, it might be smart to run the bottom here. It seemed like the entrance to 1 was really the only part of the racetrack where it might have started to take a little bit of rubber and you could drive it in so hard to slide people, but also to run the bottom. So I decided to run down there, and that really paid off. I was able to get into 4th, slide for 3rd, and then run the last few laps in that position to come home on the podium. So once again, super thankful for everyone here at Factory QRC. We tried some stuff tonight. It didn't start out well, but we came home with a great finish. Landon Brooks ended up getting the win. He is absolutely incredible here at Cycleland. Definitely take notes when he's out there, just seeing what he does, and it's nice to have him as a teammate to really ask a lot of questions and figure out how to get around this place. The racetrack is about as good as it gets here at the Cycleland Speedway for, I'm not even sure what points race we were here at, but a lot of cars. I believe we came out in total with 37 opens, had a lower main in the 250s, had I think a lower main for the sportsmen's. OI had a good car count. Just overall, it was awesome to see everyone show up for this midsummer race. And like I said, the racetrack was prime. You know, we were able to work the bottom side of the racetrack, able to work the slider line, throw some crossovers, run the top, and overall just have a really good showing. So Cycleland, a very fun racetrack here. You know, believe it or not, besides our win here earlier in the season, this was actually my best career finish, running on the podium in 3rd. This small victories, I like to say, here at this place. Started out the night rough, was able to come back and advance 17 positions there in the A main event. Want to thank everyone at Factory QRC, Durst Incorporated, Jet Fitness, and everyone on the crew. They worked really hard all night long just to get our car better and better for the racetrack that we were given. Not sure when we'll be back there. Have a lot of sprint car races coming up, but we're definitely going to make some time to come here and run outlaw karts. I get to get in the seat. Carly gets to run her 22C. Unfortunately, she did not make it into the A main event tonight, but that's all good. She'll get him in the next one just like we will. So like I said, have a lot of fun races planned for August and a lot of good content coming here soon. Sorry we weren't able to vlog earlier in the night. I just, sometimes when you're struggling, you know, your biggest priority is obviously to get the race car better, and that's what our main focus was on. But the mosquitoes are starting to eat me alive out here on the racetrack. We're gonna head home back to Southern Oregon. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Deuces.